I just want to say that I feel like we've been doing this show, we've had this channel going for like close to 9 months now, 8 months, 9 months. I feel like we've gotten really comfortable, and I feel like it's like we're kind of, it's like we passed 5,000 subscribers and the production value has just absolutely plummeted. Like absolutely plummeted. Like there was a lot of talk about how we were going to get like
upgrade the camera.
We were going to get a new camera, we were going to get new lights, and we were going to put all these resources into like bettering the channel. Cuz like all these people, like they take their time out of their day like 3 times a week to come to watch us. And we hit 5,000 subscribers, and now we're like, you know what? We're just going to broadcast. We're just going to get in bed. I'm not going to do my hair. I'm not even going to wear a bra. Okay. Certainly not going to wear makeup. I think maybe we're getting a little full of ourselves.
You think they're just going to pick up what we're putting down no matter
like
how
I feel
bad
like
it is.
We're as close to literally phoning it in without doing it on our cell phones.
Oh my God.
What do you guys think? Hey, what's happening? Yeah, no bra Sunday.
Seriously.
Clark was trading. Amanda says no bra Sunday. I love it.
It's a John and Yoko bed broadcast.
What's up, guys? Yeah,
neither one of us have makeup on. We're bathed.
We are bathed. We are bathed. I just realized,
showered.
Like 5 minutes before the show. I realized 5 minutes before the show that I had no solution for like where we were going to set the laptop. We're not even using like the better laptop. We're using like my little tiny Chromebook again. But it worked at the hospital, so we figured like whatever, it'll be fine. So Vicky had to jump up out of bed, because that's literally where we are, and get a hat box out. And so it's sitting up on a hat box. You know, when I posted the schedule or whatever that we're going to do a show, because we're doing it 2 hours later, there were a bunch of people that were like, you know, we love to see you guys. It's so much fun. Or we love seeing your show. We love you guys, but don't push yourself. Don't push yourselves. You really need to rest. You need to get yourself better. And I have to tell you guys, first of all, did I say anything about the fact that we're in bed right now? Like we're literally in bed. We're in bed, guys. If this is me pushing myself, I don't know. But honestly, it's been a really tough week, and nothing is normal right now. I'm not able to do any work. Vicky's barely able to do any work at this point so far, but we're just kind of getting into like the routine back here at home. But this being able to do this show, and we're not doing a haul today. So, I mean, we're calling it Sunday Live Haul because that's the name of the show, but we're just doing another check-in show really. But being able to do
John and Yoko did it naked.
Hey,
nobody wants to see that.
Hey, but being able to just do this show, it's like it's the one like tiny little piece of normalcy that I can still hang on to. And it's also like a way, like I haven't really been interacting in, you know, I'm on drugs and stuff. It's been a couple hours since I took something last, so I'm hopefully not as like doped up as I was the last show, but I can't really do much of anything. And so being able to like at least turn the computer on and like lay here in bed and talk to you guys, it's like the closest thing to normalcy that I can grasp to. And it's something to look forward to. And it's being able to like actually talk to you guys and interact with you. I don't know. What do you think?
It gave her a little goal today.
It gave me a goal. It gave me a goal. Yeah.
I think, you know, somebody mentioned it in the chat, and I'm trying to follow the messages on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff. And probably to the point where I'm doing it too often because I get stressed out. I feel like if I don't answer the messages then, or the comments, that, you know, I don't know, I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with this. So last night was kind of, it was a rough night. So, you know, she was released yesterday in the afternoon, and before she was released, and thank God she was released, by the way, she didn't have to have the grafting. We talked about on Friday, she didn't have to have skin grafts. The Superthel, which is the name of the artificial skin that they use.
It literally, I saw it before they put it on. It literally looks like paper.
Yeah.
It looks like a thin kind of waxy paper.
So they used that on all of her worst of her wounds. So before they sent her home yesterday, they checked everything to see if there was stuff growing, new skin growing underneath. And there was. They call it budding. And so that means that it was starting to heal on its own without having a graft. So They were able to let her go home. I think there's still one area that they kept the Superthal on her hand because there's still a little sketchy.
They put it back on. They put more on is what they did. But I do want to address really quick. So yesterday, what was yesterday?
Yesterday was Saturday, honey.
I don't even know what day it is anymore. Yesterday was Saturday. Yesterday, they were going to take off my dressings from the surgery on Wednesday. They hadn't been taken off yet at that point, and they were going to look at it and they were going to decide whether or not I'd have to have surgery today. So yesterday was the first time since surgery that I had all the dressings taken off of my major wounds where they had, I don't know why it does that on the screen. It's a weird thing. Anyway, where all of the major wounds where in surgery, they put me under and they basically had sliced down to the healthy skin. So they had sliced off all the stuff. Let me tell you guys, so Monday and Tuesday, I had to go through a full dressing change before the surgery. It sucked. Don't get me wrong. It was really painful and I had to do it in the shower and it was pretty awful. Vicky helped me the second time and it was it really was pretty awful. At one point I had to like sit down because I thought I was going to pass out, but it did not prepare me for yesterday. I've never ever in my life been in that much pain. It was the most painful, literally traumatic experience that I've ever got. Like it was like even just talking about it right now is and I know part of it is because I'm on oxy and stuff, and from what I hear, it kind of like makes that wall between you and emotional connection. It makes you more emotional. So I'm super emotional. It's ridiculous, but still, even just talking about it makes me want to start crying because I wasn't prepared for how painful it was going to be because I had gone through the other dressing changes. And they were awful, but they weren't unbearable. And yesterday it was to the point of, I didn't think I was.
To the point where the doctor was holding your hand and saying, get her more morphine, get her more morphine. I'm so sorry I'm hurting you.
Yeah. They had to like go and check out more morphine for me than what they already had prepared. But it was really awful. And I've never experienced anything like that.
I've been around the burn community for a long time. And unfortunately, I do know what it looks like to have other people. I personally, didn't have those wounds, but people very near and close to me did. So I do know how it looks and what it feels like and what it sounds like when somebody has medical debriding done or dressing changes and wound changes. And I do know how painful, even though I don't know personally, I do know how painful it is. So,
well, the wound on my stomach is about this high, right? Mm-hmm. And it starts on like probably, I don't know how many inches to the side of my belly button.
All the way to one side. You're one side to the other.
So it's almost the entire front of my stomach, that wide of a wound, the whole front of my stomach. And then it goes around my side and partially around to my back a little bit.
So basically I'll probably post some pictures at some point. But I'm trying to spare those that don't like to see pictures like that because I know medical pictures gross people out.
And if you contact us and you're like, you know what, I'd like to see what the deal is, we'll send you pictures. It's just they're not pictures that you want to just like post because not everyone wants to see it and they're really graphic. But if anyone's curious, like I don't mind sharing like what it's all about. But it really was bad. But when they so I got through that process. It was like a 2-hour process of them getting. And there was like an issue where the stuff that they had used was supposed to make it easier to take the bandages off when they finally got to that point. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, in some spots it had dried more than normal. And so it was really excruciating.
Yeah.
And so they saw it, they looked at it, and they're like she said, they call it budding when you can see like the flesh kind of regenerating underneath. And so they were really happy about that. And that's when they said the magical words of, you're not going to have to get skin grafts done, which would have basically started me at day 1 of post-surgery and another week in the hospital.
Yeah, no itching yet, Susan. She's not healed enough to be itching.
Not yet.
Every day that we're doing the dressing changes, it rips off the skin all over again, and that's just part of it. It's like half of it's healing and the other half sloughs off.
Yeah, it's rough.
It doesn't slough off. It's coming off with the bandages, and it's just it's I know it sounds graphic. I'm sorry. It is graphic. It's not easy, and it's not fun, and it's really rough to put somebody that you love through that kind of pain.
Here's the deal. I'm uncomfortable most of the time, but okay. because when I'm all bandaged up and I got the meds taking care of everything, I'm okay and I'm in decent spirits. It's that period of time when I have to go through the whole dressing changes where it is like the worst thing ever. So that happened yesterday. And so they said I got to go home, and I was like, thank God I get to go home. I was so excited about getting to come home. And so Vicky came to get me. We were able to get out of there by maybe 3 o'clock, something like that, 2, 3 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We got out of there. We had to go to a pharmacy because we couldn't fill any prescriptions at the hospital for whatever reason. And we already have an appointment made for tomorrow. I have to go in tomorrow to get wound care done. But anyway, so then I had to say, I was literally, and here's the other thing. Vicky had brought me like pajama bottoms and a shirt to wear out of the hospital. And we realized that the pants that she brought me, while they're kind of oversized and they fit me normally, they just didn't have the give and they weren't big enough to put on.
I had to get her some real big girl pants.
And she's like, Vicky, of course, is like, I'm going to have to leave and it's going to be 2 hours. I have to go home and get you more. And I'm like, why do you have to go get me more pants? Like, I'm leaving in this effing gown, man. So literally, I left the hospital in my hospital gown. Like, we tied it up the back. And then I have like this, you can see a little bit of it right here. This amazing, I call it my Game of Thrones blanket because our friend Mel gave it to me. She brought it to me in the hospital, which is probably my favorite gift I've gotten so far because I was feeling miserable.
Very comforting.
It's so comforting and comfortable. And I had it on me in the hospital. But basically, I left the hospital in my gown, in my hospital socks, and she brought my Adidas slides, and then wrapped up in this like freaking Game of Thrones looking big furry blanket. So I'm sitting in the Costco parking lot, which ended up being for like 45 minutes because she was going to bring me home first, but I was like, it's on the way home. I'd rather go get the medication and then get home and be done with it. So I'm in the parking lot. So anybody like looked in the window.
I don't even know what they
Here's
saw.
me sitting in the front seat, and I was probably nodding off periodically too. So I'm in the front seat, and I'm like, my hands are like this, and I'm like wrapped up in a big Game of Thrones blanket, and I've got my hospital gown. They're probably wondering if like I'm an escapee or something.
Insane asylum patient.
Yeah, seriously, it was ridiculous. But yeah, we made it home. You want to say something? I'm talking even more than normal when I'm on these drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically that's it. I mean, I got her medication, we got home and yeah, I mean, part of it is, when you're in the hospital, you're in a hospital bed, which moves and adjusts and has all these handles and rails and things to help you situate, to help other people, help you move around because it's narrow. We have a king size bed, obviously. Yeah. It doesn't have the railings and it doesn't adjust the way a hospital bed does. So it's real hard for her to get in and out of the bed.
Hey, Callie's World's in the house.
Hey, Callie. It's real hard for her to get in and out of the bed without help. So the
problem is there's no
on and off the
there's no leverage. There's no when I'm in the bed, there's no leverage because our bed doesn't have. I don't have bars. There's nothing for me to grab onto. And then on top of that, as you can see, my hands are a little bit effed up, and this hand is completely destroyed. In this hand, the knuckles are pretty bad, and also down here. So even just my hands on the bed, it's really hard for me to get leverage to adjust myself. And it's really frustrating. And one of the things I was saying to Vicky is at the hospital, it was easier for me to be in better spirits and to feel better about things because when you're in the hospital, you're there because you're sick. You're there because you're hurt. You're there. You're supposed to be broken when you're at the hospital. So you don't have a frame of reference. It's not like you have like these, remember the good old days when I used to be at the hospital and I was totally fine. Mm-hmm. Like that's just how it is at the hospital. That's your identity at a hospital. You're the sick person. You're the injured person. But when I came home, now I'm in my own home and I don't work. My body doesn't work. My surroundings don't work for me. The toilet's too low. I can't adjust myself in bed. I can't touch the dogs because the dogs are like, they're going to jump all over. She brought Grizz. I haven't seen Luna yet. She brought Grizz up last night all wrapped up, and Grizz was struggling. She had to like hang onto her tight just so she could get close enough to me so I could kiss her little face and rub on her a little bit. But hey, Callie just busted out $20 for Taco Super Chat. Thanks, Callie. You're awesome.
So basically, we did go to a couple of people have asked. I'm going to answer some of the questions so you can like breathe for a second. So a couple of people have asked. I actually just talked to Scott again today. He's doing okay. The better she is, the better he is. It was a very traumatic experience for him, of course, but I think he's going to be okay.
Scott, for anyone who doesn't know, Scott is the one who was driving the car when I exited the vehicle at a rapid speed. He in no way was in any way responsible for anything that happened, and he, in fact, saved my life. He acted immediately in the situation and took care of me and put himself in harm's way to save me. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. And for him, you know, I have no recollection of the whole thing. He was the one that was there, present, and experienced all of it. And it was really, really scary for him. So
yeah, he's okay though. He's going to be okay. So that's to answer one question. So the ability to get in and out of bed and on and off the toilet and all that stuff. So that was me at Walmart at 3 a.m. last night after both of us in tears.
I went pee at 2 o'clock and I started crying because it hurt so bad because I had to go so low.
So I went to Walmart at 3 a.m. and was crying walking down the aisles of Walmart at 3 a.m. But let's just say I didn't look out of place.
No.
It was Walmart at 3 a.m.
She was the best dressed gal in Walmart, that's for sure.
So I got her a side rail, which someone mentioned in the chat, that goes between the mattress and the box spring that she can pull herself up with, and the big thing that you sit on top of the toilet. So she's good. She's in a much better position today. Someone asked if her pain was worse in the morning or during the day. It's pretty steady throughout the day.
My pain doesn't really bother me. Like, I can feel it. It's not an issue. The only times it's been an issue is the first day I was there on Sunday, because they were still figuring out how to get it under control. Mm-hmm. And then the first day after surgery, right? Mm-hmm. That night. And again, it was because when you very first go through, whether it's surgery or an injury, it takes a little bit to figure out what's going to work for like kind of getting that pain under control. And so those were my two meltdown times. And other than that, the only time it's been a problem is like during dressing changes. Otherwise,
so today was,
I hurt now, but it's like, whatever.
Today was difficult. You know, giving a shower and doing a dressing change takes about 2.5 hours from start to finish. Yeah. And that's about every day.
Yeah.
But she's doing okay. You know, here's the thing, that it's real important. Callie, she needs a shiwi, which I think is very funny. But the reality is that she doesn't. She needs to get up and walk around.
Yeah, and I'm okay getting up.
Her muscles get stiff. And that's part of physical therapy.
And it's getting easier and easier getting up and down.
Mm-hmm. It's part of physical therapy. She needs to be able to get up and move around. Part of getting moving around. So
somebody said something about pinning the GoFundMe to the top of the boss page. It is pinned. It's Lorna's post. It should be the first thing you see. It's also I also put it right in the in the description of this video. It's actually the very first thing in the description of this video.
The reality is that we're both freaking exhausted. I think we've had like a total of, she slept a little bit better than I did last night because she slept while I was at Walmart. So I've probably had about 2 to 3 hours of sleep. Not so much with the stairs just yet. Kelly, she'll be coming down the stairs tomorrow. I am still doing our open house on Christmas Eve. She needs to see her friends and they need to see her.
The stairs aren't a problem for me at all. My legs are fine. It's more just, there's no reason for me to go down there, and the dogs are down there. So I don't want to get them all crazy and riled up.
Yeah. And I know I've been working with burn survivors and burn patients for a very long time. So the one good thing is that I'm able to, I don't know that a lot of people or a lot of lay people that don't have experience would be able to do these dressing changes. I have done them before, so I do know what it looks like and what it feels like. It is a lot harder to do it for someone that you love. It's hard to put the person that you love in pain.
Yeah. Well, and so I was saying that yesterday when they did the dressing change, it was really traumatic. And I'll say that it was so bad. Like, I was uncontrollably bawling. I was yelling. I've never had pain where I couldn't control my response to it. That's never happened to me before. And so today when we had to do our dressing changes, now they told me this is the worst it'll ever be. It's never going to feel this bad again.
And they were right.
And they were right. And I believe them, but I will tell you that when we got ready to do mine today, I don't know if it's like, it was just because it was so awful yesterday. It's like when we very first started, she hadn't even done anything yet. She hadn't done a single thing. Nothing was hurting me yet other than my regular pain. And I just started bawling. And I was like, I was so scared because it's like, I was telling her, it's like I had like a mini PTSD attack or something, because I was so traumatized by like how it was yesterday, that I was just terrified that I kept like freaking out, like as she tried to like start to remove the bandages, because I was just so scared that it was going to be that bad. Now it still sucked. It still was pretty bad. There were parts that were pretty bad, but it did not rival yesterday's. Not at all. So
yeah, we're good on tacos. A couple of our friends have brought over, not tacos, but I mean, she's not feeling the tacos yet, which tells you how her appetite is. But we have had some friends bring over some meals, and we're good. And then tomorrow night, like I said, we're going to do our open house, and just going to prop her up in a good chair with some drugs in the corner, and everybody she can hold court.
It's all people that we love, and it's pretty low key. So it's basically going to be, we're going to get me set up in the corner of the living room, plenty of drugs in me, and I'm just going to hang out. And if I can't handle it anymore, I'll just go upstairs. It's not a big deal.
Shamrock Pixie, was there any extra training for Katy's wound care you didn't already know? No. I haven't needed any extra.
It's pretty basic too. Like when it really comes down to it, like she already knew how to do it, so that it gave her confidence. But the reality is, a lot of it is, once they tell you how to do it, you can figure it out. It's just, I would think that probably the hardest part, and I'm assuming you would agree with this,
taking off the dressings,
is causing me pain. Because you're not the one causing it, but it is what you're doing that's causing it.
When you take off the dressings, you're ripping off skin with it.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah.
So there's no way around it. You're getting them wet and you're still ripping off skin with it. And it's painful. It's very painful. Think about ripping off a Band-Aid and you take every scab underneath it that's just started to grow, but all over where she has the injuries. So it's hard.
Yep. So I think I saw Amanda had said something about what they could do to help our businesses keep going. And honestly, like, our businesses are fine. They've definitely slowed down because...
Oh, my business has come to a 75% grinding halt in just 1 week from doing nothing.
Absolutely. So it has had a big impact for sure. But really, that's all about us needing to get back to work. Now, I'm saying that us, I don't mean me, because I know that I probably have a good week where I just need to do nothing at all. Other than lay here. I'm watching some Netflix stuff. So I can't do anything, and I understand that, and I'm just chilling out. So whatever, mine's fine. But once we get a couple of days under our belts, Vicky's going to have a little bit more of a routine, and she'll have more time.
Kara, I've actually asked my friend, I've told her that I'm not going to have her come out, because I think after yesterday and today, knowing what the worst of it's going to be, I'd rather save her coming out to visit when it's a happy time.
Yeah.
I think we'll be able
to got it under control.
Yeah, we got it under control. I'll be able to do the shipping. And honestly, Dorothy, Panda Finds, who lives right around the corner, has popped over a couple of times in the last week and just shown up and brought me breakfast and helped me ship. And she's just a very, very sweet, she's a doer. She's a very sweet doer, and she just wants to help. And so I think that's been really helpful. So we're getting, I'm doing the shipping every day instead of waiting on the weekends. Like Callie says, she's doing shipping right now because I know the Roots are on vacation.
I can't wait for Victoria to come and cook us food.
And Victoria is coming in a couple of weeks.
We love
she's
Victoria.
Going to cook. She's going to cook.
I'm pretty sure she told you that we didn't get to say no.
No, that's pretty much what
she basically sent Vicky a message that was like, here's what's happening. You don't get a say in it, and it's going to happen. So she lives just a few hours away. So her and her husband are going to come into town.
Yeah,
and Victoria's going to take over the kitchen and cook us a bunch of meals and get them all prepped out. So that's the kind of stuff that's like really helpful.
Our local friends, it's really helpful. I just really need I do not have a punch bowl, Dorothy. I don't know what she's talking about. But you know what? We have a lot of friends that will that are local, that are stepping up to help. And I'm someone that has a very difficult time asking for help because I'm the one that is the helper. So I'm doing my absolute best to both accept help and ask for help when I need it. So I am doing that. I know that in order to help her, I have to be able to ask for help.
And Dorothy's been kicking some ass helping us.
Yeah.
Guys,
Dorothy's going to come over again in the morning. But so it's okay. Well, we're going to figure it out. And
see, now I'm like, man, good thing we did that that inventory intervention on Dorothy a few months back, because man, it is coming back to us in spades.
I know. Right?
She's like delivering food. She's doing all these errands, and she's helping Vikki with the shipping. It is awesome. Like seriously, I'm so glad that we were able to do that for Dorothy, because clearly, I mean, I thought she was awesome before, and I thought she deserved it before, but clearly she is an amazing friend. And so we really appreciate the help that she's given. But
no, we do not have a large freezer. Actually, we just have a normal side-by-side freezer and fridge. And as a matter of fact, the freezer is kind of small because it's a side-by-side. So I don't know why it's small that way, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And Dorothy is very much she's like, I don't know what to say sometimes, but I just tell me what to do and I'll help.
She's a good gopher. She says, I don't have the right words for it, but I'm a good gopher to make you feel better, but I'm a good gopher. But,
I was there only 3 times. 3 times was more than anything. You know, you guys are great, and we very, very much appreciate it.
Pat, I don't think we need any inventory.
No,
I certainly don't need any inventory. I think we're okay. Like for the most part, with running our businesses here. Vicki's been getting some help from Dorothy as far as shipping stuff goes.
In another couple of days, I'll be able to take an hour or 2 a day and work on listing and stuff, and that's enough to keep it alive. It's not going to be the capacity that we're used to, but that's it. It's not going to happen for the next couple of weeks, at least for me, and probably another month or so for Katy. So it is what it is.
The GoFundMe has been an absolute lifesaver, because I mean, I don't even know like what. I don't know how normal people who don't have a YouTube channel or some sort of like access to people to
that there are their friends or that care about them.
Because like we would be having a really tough time right now, guys. But
I would be throwing everything on a credit card that we'd never be able to pay. Yeah,
but because we've gotten all this help from everybody, it's allowing us to like just focus on what we need to focus on. I mean, we're still stressed. I feel terrible because I know everything is on Vicki's shoulders, and like all I have to do is lay in bed, go to the bathroom, come back, get back into bed, sleep, take some drugs. Like my duties are pretty limited. But that means Vikki has to pick up all the slack. And so the fact that like everybody has helped us out with the GoFundMe and not just that, but also like people have been sending us cards and like little cool gifts. And
that was just what you wanted to do today.
Yeah. So we're not doing a haul, but we are going to show you guys. But anyway, let me finish up real quick.
You never finish up.
I never finish. Sorry. But seriously.
You thought she talked a lot before. Give her some oxy. It's like she's on speed.
There's been a lot of costs that we didn't really think about or we didn't understand or realize until once we kind of got into this whole aftercare thing. But we've luckily, because of that, because we were able to work on bringing a lot of our prescription costs down. But still, there's a lot going out and not a lot coming in. So it saved us. But anyway, we wanted to, what's happening?
Callie, stop spending the Christmas bonus on us.
Callie's spending us money. Yeah, I haven't done any tricks. She just does $20 for Oxy. Thank you.
Just in case we need to go get it off the street. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. So anyway, guys. So today's Sunday. I mean, this all happened. You guys all found out about this last week. So I'm sure there's lots of stuff that's still coming in the mail, but we've already gotten a bunch of cards, which is awesome. We love cards. You guys are so sweet.
Had some funny cards.
Some great cards. We got some great gifts in the mail. We thought
cards that I have, I don't have them upstairs. They're downstairs right now. She's probably watching. The one that sent us the cards that came from her grandmother's private collection.
Well, I think isn't that Amanda?
That might have been Amanda.
I think it was Amanda Clark. Amanda, are you the one that, because I know, so Amanda sent, okay, first of all, listen, guys, we've gotten so many cards, so many messages, so many donations. We have got so much stuff going on that it's hard to keep track of it all.
That was you, Amanda. Okay, thank you.
So it's hard to keep track of everything, and we haven't. It's going to be a while before we're going to be able to acknowledge everybody.
I promise you, we are keeping track,
but
we will acknowledge everyone individually.
We absolutely will acknowledge everybody. So if we don't acknowledge you by name today, I'm sorry, but we're just going to show a couple of things that we got. But yeah, Amanda sent this awesome package.
Amanda, your package had us laughing. First, you had me crying with the cards from your grandma because that was incredibly touching. And I'm a big crybaby pee-pee pants too. So I've been crying at all the cards and the notes and the messages and the, yeah. So I'm crying at all that stuff anyway, but that was just a really sweet thing. So what did we, you want me to pull up some stuff? First of all, the very first package that came, because they were some of the first people to know, was we got a huge package from eBay.
You guys, I cannot believe the size of this box. Like, I was still in the hospital when it showed up. So she had to show me, I had to watch it on video chat. This enormous box came from eBay. And it's
my face.
No.
This enormous box
no
came from eBay.
Okay, we're going to show you what was in the box from eBay. It's seriously, it was really cool. We love the people at eBay. They're really sweet.
Oh my God. You know, there's something.
You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'm old. That was hard. You're not the only one having problems getting out of bed.
All right, Vicky's busting up. So Vicky had to buy like a couple of extra sets of sheets because because with all my dressings and stuff, my wounds are like oozing. So she didn't want me to.
It's gross.
It's gross, but she didn't want me to ruin all of our bedding. And so she basically was like, I'm going to buy extra sheets so that I can burn them because you're disgusting.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So look at this awesome sheets that she got. It's they're like moose and elk and there's like bear and salmon on there. It's pretty rad. No, she didn't, Alexis. She did not just fall off the bed.
I did not.
We're going to look at what eBay sent us. So the best part of what they sent us is this amazing. I don't even know if you'll be able to see how amazing this is.
Super soft.
Super soft. It's like one side is like suede velour kind of thing.
Like
and the other side's like Sherpa.
And then it says eBay.
And where does it say eBay on it?
I don't know. I can't find it.
You gotta find it because otherwise we're just showing them a blanket and they're like, yeah, that's real cool. We gotta show them.
It's just embroidered.
See, look, it says eBay on it. How cool is that? So we got a huge eBay, super soft, snuggly eBay blanket. Very, very cool. And then check this out. This sweet eBay. This is like a throwback retro 90s dad cap, as we would call it. This says eBay on it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that puppy on
your head.
I know I'm keeping it away from my wound.
It's a dad hat.
That's why I said it's a dad hat. Exclusive elegance. Heather, what's up? I feel like I haven't seen you. So you're going to be a stunt double now?
Pretty much.
I feel like I should be. I mean, I feel it's pretty impressive that I didn't break any bones. But check out my cool eBay hat.
And it goes with her eBay t-shirt, which is in her favorite color, green.
Yeah, I love me some green.
And then this came from Dom.
Yeah, so Dom at eBay. Some of you guys may have met Dom before, but Dom's super rad. She's part of the, I don't know what her official title is now, but she's part of the diversity group there. And she does a lot of amazing stuff at eBay on the seller side. And she hooked me up with this. She actually sent both of us one with this hashtag WeBay t-shirt. This is kind of like their queer pride when they were in like the Pride Parade a year or two ago. And if you look at the back, hold on. The back says, we are... What does it say? We are many colors, and it's in rainbow. But I love the whole hashtag WeBay. I think it's super awesome. We got 2 of those.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know it said that on the back.
Yeah. You know what that is? You know what that is, babe?
What?
Super gay.
Super gay.
Super gay. This, I'm going to say this is for Vicky, but in eBay mug.
It's hot pink.
Yeah. Hot pink.
And
let me see those.
The card.
There's a really cool card. Look at how well eBay knows me now, guys. I got a kitty cat card. Some get well kit. Look at that kitty cat. Meow. Meow.
It's signed by
a whole bunch of eBay people, of course. Audrey Tracy from eBay, Brian Burke,
Doug,
Alan, Dom, Alan,
and Bob.
So it's a really awesome card from everybody at eBay.
And then Audrey asked me if she liked chocolate. I said, who doesn't like chocolate?
Seriously, guys. Apparently, Audrey has come to the conclusion that chocolate will heal all wounds. And I'm going to say that's probably true. What do we got here? I didn't even get to see him because I saw him on camera before. I'm gonna shout
A
these
lot
out.
of chocolate.
We've got toffee and almonds. We've got coffee crunch. What?
Oh, I think you're gonna like that one.
Coffee crunch. Milk chocolate with hazelnuts. I like the sound of that. Dark chocolate with mint crisp. What? Peppermint, dark chocolate and peppermint.
Ooh.
I love the sound of that. Ravishing Rocky Road. That's probably going to end up with you. Ooh, peanut butter. What? And just regular milk chocolate, which I'll probably dip in peanut butter. Just saying. Anyway, pretty awesome though, right?
That's just from eBay.
Yeah. But Heather, Exclusive Elegance, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. No toasted coconut, right, Kara? They were good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just from eBay. Like how are ads?
She does need calories, Alexis. She needs calories. My fat ass doesn't.
Yeah.
The thing is that she's not hungry for like.
It's really interesting, and it's, you know, I'm not nauseous at all. But what I found is this entire week is, for one thing, water tastes like nectar of the gods. I've been drinking lots of water, lots of grape Gatorade, but she gets the stuff that's like half sweet, so it's not too sweet. But like diet soda, which I drink a lot of Diet Coke before, I had one sip of a Diet Coke and it was disgusting. For the most part, rich stuff is I've had lots of like opportunities to eat like cake and cookies and stuff like that, and it's like my body just doesn't want it. And I'm just thinking it must have something to do with just your body's natural, like it has natural cravings for the things that it needs, and it doesn't need that shit right now.
Look at that. See, Susan's telling you chocolate is particularly good for wound care. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to take your word for it.
I have been drinking chocolate and Sure, like 2-3 of those a day. So, but yeah. So back to, why don't you talk about what we got next?
All right. So we've got, all right. So
talk about that whole package.
Amanda Clark sent an amazing package. I mentioned it earlier. She sent these 2 vintage cards, one to Katy and one to me. And
we might have started crying because of the cards.
And it was really, really sweet. And she has these cards that were part of her grandmother's vintage card collection. And she wrote in the cards, and it was just, she saves them for special people. And anyway, made us cry right away just opening the cards. And she also made what have got to be the best mother freaking snickerdoodle cookies I've ever had in my entire life.
Our friend Amber was here and she took a bite, and I thought she was going to drop dead. She was like, I actually thought Amber was going to say these are disgusting, because she had this look on her face, like she had this look on her face like she was in shock that something weird was in her mouth. She said it was because magical. They were so good that it made her like go.
It's the best snickerdoodle cookie I've ever had in my life. I don't know how they made it. They traveled everything. Oh my God, they were so good.
Yeah. And
the first very big laugh to come out of Katy almost this whole week was this in the same package from her.
Yeah.
She puts crack in them.
This comes off at some point, right?
Yes.
All right.
It's just protective in the corners, baby.
Okay. Anybody know who that is? It makes me so happy. That's going to go on the wall. That's going to go on the wall. The headshot wall. Oh, so good.
Pharrell cat.
So good. Pharrell cat. So good. It makes my soul happy when I saw that. It's so nice.
The funny thing is that she said in her note she had actually picked this up for Katy for the wall before her accident, and then had to make sure she got it out fast.
Well, did she say something like at first she thought it might be too much? And I'm like, no. This is just enough.
No, this means that you understand.
This is just enough.
You understand her.
Oh,
she gets you.
So good. Bring it back. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. It's
fantastic, right?
So good. So
this was not actually a gift for the accident, but I have to tell you, it's the funniest thing I've ever gotten. So our really good friends that if you watched our show earlier last month, they came on the show. They were visiting here from Rhode Island, and they were both wearing pink wigs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. So we have this gag thing going back and forth. My buddy Lou and I, we've been doing this for a few years now, that we send each other the most ridiculous gag gifts in the mail, and we try to one-up it every single year. So this year, I always send normal Christmas gifts and birthday gifts. We send them back and forth. They live in Rhode Island. This year, he won. Totally won.
So good.
So
this is going on my couch in my office. Show the back.
All right, so this is it. Like, so it's a pillow. Like, that's not like the gayest thing ever, right?
Forever. Vikki and Katy forever.
It's like from the 80s.
Yeah.
But
wait. You
okay, so this side has
look at that beautiful.
Those little
I'll hold it for
glittery
you.
glitter scale
I'll hold it in front of my face.
All right. So you know how you can like those magic pillows?
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's a freaking pillow.
Oh my God. I love it so much. Ah, my face. That's a reenactment, except that it get my face. All right.
So that's just a little bit of some things that have made us laugh. Yes, David's given you some tips. Yes, nutrients essential for wound healing. Lots of protein, lots of vitamin C. Absolutely.
Yeah. Ooh, I want to say one more thing that we got. Our friend Sharon from the group and from out there, and I think she's in the boss group, but she's from eBay and stuff. She sent us, she's all the way from Ohio, and she sent us homemade, I think she was already sending them before this all happened. So I had given her the address and everything. But she makes every year, she makes homemade chocolates for Christmas time. And she's from Ohio. So what is Ohio famous for?
Buckeyes.
Do you guys know what Buckeyes are? Tell the people what Buckeyes are.
Magical milk chocolate little round things that are full of peanut butter. It's
kind of basically like a Reese's because it's just basically
but
they
better.
take a ball of peanut butter that's delicious and then it's dipped in chocolate. So you get basically it's just like a little ball of chocolate you pop in your mouth and it's full of peanut butter and it's like, oh, it's so delicious. Anyway, Sharon sent that to us. And I haven't, I was saying I haven't been wanting anything rich or too sugary or whatever, but I did eat one Buckeye and it was unbelievably amazing. It was so good. Those were homemade, Sharon. Thank you so much for sending those. And I believe you sent them out before the whole accident, but couldn't have been super happy.
Let's see. The other thing that we received in the mail, I just got it today. I haven't opened the package yet, but Noelle, Farm Girl Scavenger, some of you know that she actually had a burn accident last year and they were, Sharon's in the chat. And so she had her own injury and she's still recovering from that, but her wounds have healed for the most part. And she sent me a huge box of dressing supplies.
Very cool.
So one of the things that a lot of people may or may not realize with wound care, especially with burn wound care, the amount of dressings that you go through every single day are ridiculous.
Oh yeah. We went.
The hospital did send us home with enough to do one full dressing change. There's a little bit left over, but one full dressing change.
Vikki was like going through the room and just like stuffing everything into her bags.
Everything that wasn't nailed down came home with me.
Home.
The reality is that a burn room has to be a sterile environment. So after we leave, everything in that room, they are throwing away. Even if it's packaged and hasn't been opened, they don't recycle it. It gets thrown away, including the pillows. So I actually did take a couple of pillows for her to put her arms up on and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Cheryl's doing my Katy chant.
I know she's been doing it for a while.
She's healing me. She did a video that she put it in the boss group, right?
Or I think she messaged it to you. I
think it was up in the boss group too. She was doing the Katy chant to help heal me from all the way from Florida.
So the kind of bandages and dressings that she uses are basically large.
But you don't need to send any because we have a few people that have connections in the medical field that are helping us to get some. They're donating them, but they're getting them at super low prices. So we already have people that are in the know in that area that are helping us. So,
hospital arbitrage, Chris said. That was it. Yeah. Seriously. Now, here's the thing. I mean, we do have some people sending us some wound care supplies. That's the thing about me knowing so many people in the burn community as well, is that a lot of burn centers and a lot of communities just give these supplies out as much as possible. They give them. This hospital is not one of them, but I have a lot of friends that have the ability to get their hands on stuff for free. So I have some sending stuff from different places. If I end up with an overabundance, of course, we're just going to pay it forward and donate them to someone else. But the reality is if we were to buy these burn things, she's going through $50 to $75 a day in gauze and packing.
Yeah. So far you had to buy some.
I've had to buy just a few.
But we pretty much went through almost everything we got at the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
And today's one dressing change.
Somebody asked how often do you need to do the dressing changes? Every day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
We did it today because the clinic is closed, but tomorrow.
No, the clinic is not closed today. They wanted you home. Oh, yes, it is closed. I'm sorry. It's closed
on
Sunday.
Today. So we have our first appointment for wound care is tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So we'll go. So tomorrow we won't have to use our own supplies.
If Sharking Mom deals, if you've got some, I'll take them. But in general, I think that if you've already got them, you've got leftovers from wound care. Absolutely,
yes,
we'll take them. Sure. Whatever is not used, we obviously will redonate.
We just don't want people to go out and try to get more stuff for us because we do have people working on that. But yeah, so I have tomorrow's my first appointment to get outpatient wound care. And then I don't know. I'm assuming Tuesday they're going to be closed.
They are closed Tuesday. She'll be there every day this week. So it'll be Monday, except Tuesday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I believe Saturday the clinic is open as well.
Yeah.
So the only day that she does not go for wound care is Sunday. And
Christmas, Tuesday.
And Christmas. And then she will have physical therapy, which I have not called. I will make the appointment when we're there tomorrow because I'm there and I just didn't get around to calling today. So Ensure, she likes the chocolate and the dark chocolate. But again, I bought a case of it and she might be sick of it by the time she's
I might not need to be chugging it as much.
I'd hate to have somebody send it and then I'll have to donate it to a nursing home or something because who the hell else drinks freaking Ensure?
I actually don't think Ensure tastes bad. I don't mind it. So it's been fine to drink it. Easy way to get a bunch of protein in me without having to force myself to eat food.
In general, she's been good. I mean, shower, it's baby shampoo because it's the only thing that is
it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't burn.
I mean, you can like rub baby shampoo in your eyes and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's very gentle.
So
I think that's about it. We're just, we're really grateful for the support. I have to say, we can't say it enough that everybody is being wonderful. I know everybody has a lot of questions. Yes, we do have good numbers on eBay for the most part. And we talk about the good numbers that we've had. We both had very slow spring and summer. And then we've had a great fourth quarter. Both of us have.
It was helping us catch up and get ahead for getting us in a good position for the next year. And it feels a little bit like we lost that foothold we had. Because here's the thing is, guys, I just moved here last year. And the reality is that we both went through a lot of major changes in the last year that had financial impacts on us. It's just the truth. I had to move across the country. I went through, last year I went through a breakup of, after several years. There's lots of kind of things. So we've been doing great this last year, but it's been a lot of building up to great. If that makes sense.
It's been out digging ourselves out of the holes that we were in when we met.
Right. And so we were hitting the fourth quarter and then it was like things are paying off because of all the hard work we put in.
80-hour weeks a piece.
Especially Vicky's store. I mean, you guys saw the numbers of the last few weeks. Vicky's store is going nuts. And so, yeah, to a certain degree, it does feel a little bit like a kick in the stomach to be like, we were in such a good place and doing really well. And then now we've got this to battle with. But you know what? I'm still hopeful and I still feel.
Yeah, David, it is a great thing that she sold her car so that we only have the one car payment. Absolutely right.
I still feel like in a bad situation, we still are in the best possible position. We've had so much help and so much support from you guys and from our family and friends. And
I'm gonna demonetize us right now because whoever gave a thumbs down on Friday's show from the hospital bed and a thumbs down today, you can go fuck right off.
We won't be demonetized. Sorry. Usually we don't pay attention to the thumbs down, but
when you give it a thumbs down because when someone's talking from the hospital bed, fuck off.
Sorry, guys, we're a little, and I think Vicky's been she's been super stressed, and I will say sometimes it can be hard when you're so overwhelmed and things are going on, and people are trying to be helpful, and we get a lot of people giving us advice about how we should deal with different situations, which is totally fine. And we get it. Like that's just natural for people, but it can be really I know Vicky's getting really overwhelmed because she feels like she's obligated to respond to everybody. And so here's the thing. I just want to say right now, we apologize if we're not going to be part of us doing these videos is it's an opportunity for us to give you guys updates and fill you in on what's going on with everything because we do we do share a lot of ourselves through this channel, and we love you guys. And it's just as helpful to us to connect with you as we hope it is for you guys. But we also want to be able to communicate to you and tell you what's going on with us. Because we're not as active right now on social media. We're not as active in the groups. And I know there's a lot of posts and threads and things going on, talking and asking questions. And I think Vikki has been letting herself get too involved in feeling like she needs to address everybody's questions. And I need her not to, because it's too much. She has too much. We have too much on our plates right now, and it's too much for her. And so I'm hoping that like you guys can take these updates and, you know, feel free to continue the conversation online, but just be understanding if we don't respond to most of what's going on, even questions, even suggestions, feel free to send us personal messages and we'll try to respond. But I just wanted to put that out there because, you know, we're kind of living on the edge right now, as far as like, we're just barely holding on.
2 to 3 hours of sleep a night is a little bit rough. So
yeah, we're just barely holding on. So just bear with us. Understand that, like, we know that everybody's trying to help when they're giving us suggestions on things we should do and things we should try.
We get it. We know that she should have had insurance.
And no, stop. And so, and I am really good at just being like, you know, let people talk. Vikki, she wants to have a conversation and she likes to respond, but it's taking a toll, and it causes more stress than it needs to at this point. So I'm trying to tell her, like, quit looking at the Facebook. They can get everybody can get updates from us talking to you guys like this. And we do want to keep everybody in the loop because we know that you care about us, and we know that you want to know what's going on. And I completely understand, because I would want to know too if something was happening to one of you guys. So yeah, I guess that's my just rambling here. Sorry.
That's all right.
Somebody just gave us, Karen did a super chat that said, "You have each other, thankfully." Karen, thank you so much for that super chat. I can't even tell you how lucky I feel. I feel like in the worst, pretty much one of the worst situations I've ever been in my life, I feel like I'm in the luckiest place. I'm super lucky to have Vikki. I don't know what I would do if I was just a single person on my own right now, or if I was with a partner who didn't do the same work as me. Because Vikki's having to really step up, and she's having to take care of me. I mean, when she was doing the dressing change today, you know, I said how like I was bawling uncontrollably, like she had to deal with, like, she was having to like try to take care of me while I am just this mess, and she's like taking care. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not even like making any sense right now. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to express that I am so lucky to have her, because I wouldn't be able to get through this without her. Like, she's taking care of me every minute of every day.
Yeah, well,
and
I have you to take care of, so that's all that matters, right?
You're really good at it.
Anyway, I did want to be a burn nurse, so this is one way to get more hands-on. And guess what I was in school for.
And guess what, guys? I pooped again today. And let me tell you,
she needs the shirt. I pooped.
I need it. I didn't. Yeah, it's been a few days. Let me tell you, when you're taking pain medicine, it's hard to poop. I pooped today. I will say it was not fun.
Anyway, we are lucky to have each other. We are lucky to have you guys too. So it really does mean a lot. I know it seems silly, but you people keep, you know, I don't mean to generalize it by saying you people, but there are many of you that we do know on a personal level. And then there are others that are what we call the stranger friends, or Facebook friends, or YouTube friends. And so many of you have sent me or sent Katy the most touching, heartfelt messages. And I know that you guys care. And incredibly touching.
My favorite, Corey, sent us a message today, and he made me cry. So
he made both of us cry.
So just saying.
He made both of us cry.
So apparently he's really my favorite Corey. Sorry, Corey's other Corey's. Just kidding.
So yeah, it's really, it means a lot, because we already felt the love from you guys to begin with, but now we really feel the love that you guys care and you're invested, and that means a lot. It really, really means a lot.
Yeah. Sharky Mom deals. It was not a happy poop. It was not happy. But
anyway,
she doesn't like it. She's trying to move past.
Stop talking about poop.
It was horrible. It was horrible. let's just say she went out and bought me some prunes.
See, Allison says, when I can talk to you without crying, I'll call back.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of crying. It's okay. Crying's good.
Yeah. Allison tries to play like she's real tough, guys. But
she tries to be a badass until she gets on video, and then she starts crying. So
yeah, we love you, Allison. So
it's funny, somebody that you barely knew, we barely knew 8 months ago.
Yeah.
On the other side of the freaking world. Okay, it's just the country, but it feels like the other side of the world.
It does.
And yeah, we consider you a friend. And we consider a lot of you guys friends, all of you guys friends. Yep. And it means a lot. So
Kelly, I've been taking Colace tabs.
Yeah, so. Kelly, she's on the Colace.
Yep.
Got the regimen going.
Yep.
I've got my little my notebook with all of her meds written down and the times and what I'm staggering and how and all that good stuff. So
yeah. Wow, we have over 200 people in the live chat.
That's pretty awesome, guys.
One of them's mad, but everybody else seems like they're okay.
Yeah, one of them can suck it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so that's what we were talking about, is people doing thumbs down. It's just like, come on, guys.
I don't care about the algorithms.
Listen, I know that like no matter what, every channel, any person, every business, every whatever, anywhere where you have some sort of system for reviewing, you're always going to have the negative stuff. You're always going to have the downvotes. But I do have to say that in a time like this, it's like, really, like who, like, what's going on in your life that like the best you've got to do right now is to come when we're just here trying to communicate to the people that we care about, that care about us, an update in something like pretty fucking awful that's happening in our lives. And the best thing you got to do with your time is to come and give it thumbs down on YouTube.
It's okay if you want to ignore it.
It's kind of embarrassing
if you don't care about us. It's okay if you don't need to. That's fine. I got plenty of haters out there. Fuck them. You know, it is what it is. But
it's pretty sad. And obviously whoever did it knows that they did it. So not that they're actually watching, but I'm just saying it's a pretty embarrassing thing to be living in a world where that's what you're doing with your time. So that's all I want to say about it.
So we're somebody had asked way back in the chat early on if Katie's parents have come to visit yet. And here's the thing. Katie's mom is in a wheelchair and her dad does not want to travel without her mom yet. So we did talk to them yesterday. We've talked to them every day, and they do live in Oregon. They're welcome to come and visit us. They cannot stay here because of the mom's wheelchair. I have a 2-story home, so there's nowhere for her. We can't get her up and down the stairs to the bedrooms and the bathrooms. So I would put them up in a hotel. They have an RV. They actually are talking about getting in the RV and driving down here over the next few days. And we're just they'll park at an RV park near us so they can come and spend a couple of days so that they can see her and she can see them.
Well, my plan is that here is because so they're not going to get here until sometime after Christmas. In some amount of days into my recovery. So I'm hoping that like I'm going to be much better than I am right now. It's going to be a little bit easier for me to move around. And so what I'm thinking, because they're coming in and are basically like going to be driving around in their own little house. So of course they're going to come and visit here a little bit, but I'm probably going to have them just be like, come in the morning. We'll hop in the RV. I'm going to lay on the fucking bed in the back. Sorry, guys. I'm dropping the F-bomb because I'm drugged and I don't give a fuck. And then we can just like go out to Red Rock or something while you get to like some time to breathe and maybe do some work. Because I think that I'll probably be feeling pretty full of cabin fever here. And it'll be good to like get out a little bit and get to see my parents.
Because I'll tell you, I called my mom the other day. My mom's a nurse. She's retired. She's a retired RN. And you know, not to get too personal, my mom was not the best mom, but she's a fantastic nurse and she's tried really hard to be a much better grandmother. And my daughter's an adult now, but you know what? We do the best we can with the tools we have when we have them.
Yeah.
So, you know, my childhood was not the best, but it is what it is. My mother's not a bad person. She's just not a person that I would normally call when there's something wrong. I've been out of my house since I was 16 years old.
And that's the same with my parents. And yet when it comes to something like this, when you hit like an emotional bottom.
I called my mom the other day and I wanted my mommy and I'm not hurt.
Yeah.
You know, so I know that she needs to see her parents and I know that they need to see her.
Yeah.
So, yep. Just like Cousin Eddie, Allison. Shit is full. Anyway, we've been rambling for an hour again. And to be honest with you, we're both wiped. So I think that we're going to actually go to sleep now for a little while at least.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the hospital at 7 a.m. So
Tina just popped in and threw down
Tina's
a $30
in our boss group.
Sending prayers and sorry, I can't read right now. Sending prayers and hugs. Hang in there. Love you both. Thank you so much, Tina. We really appreciate it. You're awesome.
So this Christmas has been hard, or hasn't been. Well, it's not hard yet, but anyway, it's been a hard week. Let's put it that way. It's been a hard week. We were having a fantastic fourth quarter, and then stuff comes out of nowhere, just like it does to everybody. And but we are. Really
I just like to. If you guys know me by now, I like to go a little bit. I don't like to do anything small.
You just got to go big.
If shit's gonna hit the fan,
screw it up. It's got to be big.
It's got to be big. Okay.
There is no word on the tox report yet. The tox screen should be in early this week. We don't.
Now it's the holidays, so it might take a while.
They did take a minimum of 7 days. It didn't go out until last Monday. So we do have an ability to sign on and find the results, which I'll sign on and do that tomorrow. See if it's there. Anyway, everybody enjoy their Christmas. We certainly will. We are very happy to have each other. I'm glad that she is here. This is the best Christmas gift.
Yeah. Love all you. We will continue to, like I said, we'll continue to do some sort of daily post update in the boss group. And then that might be the only interactions that we do on social media, other than we will respond to private messages. But we'll do the show on Wednesday, but it'll be similar to this, where it's just going to be, we're not going to have an agenda. I just don't have it in me to do anything like that. But we'll probably do another little check-in show on Wednesday instead of our regular boss up and list, where it'll just be like this, and we'll just chat with you guys, maybe show some more cool stuff that we get, because I'm sure we'll get some more fun stuff.
Exactly. Flipping for fun. Be grateful for what we have. This is the best Christmas gift I could have had. She's home. She's okay. She's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
And every day it'll just get a little bit better.
Yep, for sure. All right, guys. We love you so much. Thanks
Merry
again
Christmas
for all your
everybody.
support.
Enjoy your family and friends, and we'll see you on.
Kiss all of your loved ones and tell them that you love them, even if you've been getting on your nerves lately, because you never know.
That's true.
Yeah. I think you're okay.
Yeah.
You're kind of my favorite.
We're good.
Yeah. Bye.